guys? It's Clueless Kip here again with another video. Before I even start, this gameplay is of Battlefield 4. Just for the point of this subject that I'm about to talk about. Again, as it was in last video, I am still sick. I still have a little cold, so if anything happens to my voice or if I sound a little stuffy, that's why. So let's go ahead and get into the subject here. So what it is that just basically Battlefield versus Call of Duty. So almost my entire gaming, I guess you can say, career has been played by playing Call of Duty till about a year or two ago. I started playing a little bit of Battlefield, and with doing that, it showed me that Battlefield has a bigger and more widespread, I guess you can say, play style or play styles, because just of all the different types of game types and all of that. So let's start on Battlefield. So Battlefield has, to me, versus Call of Duty, has a way better graphics. It just has way better graphics, way better textures, way better or more realistic play of the game. On versus Call of Duty, you can run through places and not even notice different items or textures or stuff like that. And also, Battlefield has a lot of interactive things, like you can drive cars, helicopters, quads, interactive maps, like buildings that blow up and have big gaps in the walls or holes in the walls because you blew it up with a grenade or a C4, whatever you had. That's a big reason why I like Battlefield. Also, I like Battlefield just because of, like, it doesn't have any kill streaks. Kill streaks have been a big thing for me whenever I play games, or first-person shooters to be exact, because in Call of Duty, there's basically always been kill streaks. Now it went to score streaks, which the difference is score streaks, you acquire score, as in you can capture a flag and get points towards your UAV or whatever you have, except for like or versus, whenever in like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, you had, it was like recon UAV or something like that, attack helicopter, and it was something else. I think it was dogs or something like that. But it was just 3 kill streaks that were forced upon you. No matter what, you couldn't get anything else. And with Battlefield, you don't have to worry about any of those things because there's no kill streaks. Also, with Battlefield, there's a lot of more interaction with players, and it just has a more realistic feel to it because the maps are larger, so you have to take more time into the game to actually play it. Like, almost each Battlefield game is at least 10 minutes. No matter what, it's going to be at least 10 minutes. Usually, if you play games like Domination or something like that, or Team Conquest or something like that, then they last like 20 minutes. I've been in Battlefield matches that last almost an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour. It's been crazy. So that's what I think on Battlefield. So now going on to Call of Duty. Call of Duty, it's one of those games that's just stuck around because people continue to play it no matter what, because either they don't like how Battlefield is structured, and that's how I was at the beginning, because I didn't even play Battlefield, and I was just like, hey, I don't like it just because I don't play it, because it looks weird. But after I got it, I understood, wow, this is actually a pretty realistic game, so it makes me feel like I'm actually in war or in battle with someone, versus Call of Duty, where you'll run around and not even know what you're doing and not even understand what you're doing or what you need to do. But Call of Duty, it's graphics wise, it's it depends on who it is. If it's Infinity Ward making it that year, usually Infinity Ward, they don't really focus on graphics as much. They focus on content within the game usually, and then whenever it comes to Treyarch, they usually focus on graphics, like how they have to focus on zombies and stuff like that. But with Infinity Ward, they don't really focus on graphics or anything like that. Also, whenever it comes to Call of Duty, whenever it's Infinity Ward's year to make the Call of Duty game, they have to run off the Infinity Ward their engine, because usually every year Infinity Ward hosts the Call of Duty game. The Infinity Ward engine usually is not that good the first few weeks of the game, and then sometimes with things that are wrong within the engine, sometimes they still don't even get fixed for another year for the next Call of Duty to come out, so they usually don't fix it after that. That's one thing that's really wrong with Call of Duty on how the engines work. I know this may sound like I'm ranting against Call of Duty, but make sure that you know that I'm not, because I love Call of Duty the same much as I do Battlefield, because they're both amazing games, but sometimes I might want to play Call of Duty over Battlefield, and also vice versa. I might want to play Battlefield over Call of Duty one day. It's just on the feeling that I have. But continuing on Call of Duty, usually Call of Duty is a fast-paced, fast to kill type of game, like with snipers. Snipers have always been a lot of running around with snipers in Call of Duty, and usually have to do with quick scoping and stuff like that. With Battlefield, you don't really worry about that, because usually the snipers are laid back in the back of the map somewhere, just sitting there. With saying that, the snipers in Call of Duty, they're, to me, overpowered as mess, because you can run around with them and still get kills right off the bat and off the bat again and again. But overall, I think they're two great games, and that's all I wanted to say about Battlefield and Call of Duty. So, thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget, peace out.